Hey tennis fans, welcome to another Tennis Express racket review. Today we're taking a look at the Yonex VCORE Duel G 100. The Duel G 100 features some of the latest technology in the industry. These rackets feature Yonex's isometric frame shape to offer the largest possible sweet spot for its head size. With 3D vector shaft, the technology has deeper grooves in the frame to improve racket stiffness and twisting of the frame on impact. This gives you the most precise control on impact as well as the most efficient transfer of power. New for these rackets is the locked booster system, which has more holes towards the top of the frame to help produce more spin. A lot like the 97 Lite, I did like this racket a little bit more than the heavyweight 97 just because it was a little bit easier to swing. It was a lot more maneuverable. I know with this racket, even with it just being 3 square inches larger for the head size, it was easier for me to produce just that little bit extra amount of spin as well as power. So my depth was better on my ground strokes basically throughout my game. Even though it's only 10 grams lighter than the 97 Lite, I did like the stability on both of the 97s more compared to this racket. So if this was my own personal racket and I had to change anything, I'd probably throw some lead tape around the hoop of the racket just to give it a little bit more stability, and probably throw some in the handle as well just to keep the same balance, because I did like the balance of this racket. Next up we've got Jolie. I know this is one of my favorite racket brands. So what did you think of the new Duel Gs?
I liked them. I thought that the 100 was probably one of my favorites out of them. I thought that I could control my ball a lot more than with the other two, with it being a bigger head size, which I thought was kind of surprising for me, but I still thought that I could keep my power with the control. I think I preferred this racket hitting ground strokes at the baseline just because I felt like my power was where it needed to be and the control was good too. My personal racket is actually a little lighter than this and it's a smaller head size, so I thought that I could still hit harder as hard as I'm hitting with my personal racket, but it's just different. I think I would recommend this racket to an intermediate to an advanced all-court player.
Would you change anything about this racket?
I don't think I would change anything about this racket. I thought that it was good in itself.
Next up we've got Louie. I know this was one of my favorite rackets of the Duel G line. What did you think?
I like this racket, but for my normal swing, I'd have to swing a little bit shorter to make good contact on this racket for my forehands and my backhands. But on my serves, I really did enjoy it. I was able to generate enough spin on it and enough power on it for my serves to be effective. But from the baseline and slices, I had to put a little bit more effort into getting it to be controlled more, but overall, it's a good racket. This racket plays better at the baseline from my point of view, and if you have really good hands, then it'd also be good at the net as well. My personal racket is the Wilson 97S, just a little customized on the way. And I like that racket because it has a nice thin beam on the head where it's easy for me to follow through compared to this one. This one's a little bit thicker and it takes a little bit more time for me to adjust to it. I would recommend this racket to a control-oriented player, someone who has an easy time dictating the ball on the court.
Ready to make this racket yours? Click the button below to visit us at tennisexpress.com. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter to stay up to date with all the latest news and reviews here at Tennis Express.